Hey guys, welcome to this edition of Out with the Old and In with the New. So, quick backstory. A buddy of mine, we were at the 2026 Spring Fling in Virginia, and he was flying his Goblin 420, the old school one. Had this for many years. He's got an absolute ton of flights on it. As you can see, it doesn't look quite like it should. So, an unfortunate incident gave it a little bit of a dirt nap and parts and pieces went flying. As you can see by the stubbiness here, if I go like this, obviously, you know, that's not supposed to look like that. So a lot of stuff on this thing is pretty messed up. The tail, if you can see, if that'll focus, is all kinds of messed up. These side pieces are bent, the actual tail shaft is bent, the blades are broken, main blades. There's a lot of carbon fiber cracked and split, so could it have been fixed? Yeah, probably. We could have found all the parts and pieces and got it fixed. However, honestly, it was a good excuse to bring in the new. So we've got the little ILGoblin 420, still wrapped in plastic. So we'll get that open here shortly. So in this video, I'm just going to do a quick removal of all the parts and stuff. There's no reason to not use this stuff. If I can get this off of here, the canopy actually survived very well. That looks in really good shape, so that's actually pretty nice there. The rest of everything, I got to inspect the side frames pretty close. The landing skids have cracks on them, but it's got KST servos, a Scorpion motor. It's a mini brain for flybarless system that's on there. So it's got very good stuff. Servo horn, you can see here, broke. The tail rods broke, tail belt was shredded. There was just a lot of carnage. The feathering spindle is bent. Main blades are cracked and broken. So just the list kind of goes on and on. So we're going to pull everything out of here, and then we're going to open that up and we can put it into there. So without further ado, we're going to do this the easy way. We won't bore you with that part. So we're just going to take this stuff and any salvageable parts. I actually have this exact same heli. Since I'm doing this for a friend, he told me I can keep parts and pieces that are still good. So I'm going to keep those for just in case mine has an unfortunate incident one day as well, which, you know, time will tell, but it probably will at some point. So we're going to get all this stuff out of here. So let's see, this might go a little something like, well, that worked nice and easy. Everything's out. Got to sort through bits and pieces. So that worked so easy. Let's try this one more time and see if I can do that to get the heli built. Let's try this. 1, 2, 3. Well, shit, that didn't work. Well, looks like this one I got to do the hard way. So let's get to opening this puppy up. Let's take a look at what's in the box. And I'd like to try to recycle some of the parts. Why not? This heli is going to have just a nice, easy life. It doesn't get flown real hard. And it is the ILGoblin 420 Pro. So let's get to cracking this puppy open and see what we got. All right, let's get this thing opened. Let's see what she looks like inside. Plastic wrap's all still on this thing. So we are about to break it open and see what we've got. This is always kind of the fun parts of a build. It's even better when it's, you know, technically not your heli and not your money, but you know. I'm just glad I'm able to do this for a buddy of mine. He likes to fly and just relax. He doesn't do heavy 3D. I am in my happy place when I'm building these things. So this is gonna make me happy for at least a couple nights till I get everything all done after work. So let's see what we've got inside here. Nice marked boxes as always. Has everything on there. It is marked on the end here. You can kind of see where the camera's placed. Might not be able to see the color, but you'll see in a second. So let's get this opened up and see what we've got. Alrighty, typical SAB stuff. Got the good manual, all their other goodies here. These are some of the best kits. Ooh, oof. This, I hope camera can pick this up. This is sexy. Oh man. I may have to just go update my, look at that. Let's get this out of the, come on, come on. Oh yeah, oh man, look at that. That is gorgeous. SAB definitely nailed it out of the park with these things. That is just an absolute beautiful colorings with the fades. I am partial to this because if you ever look at my logo, the RCSR logo is actually the same colors, yellow to orange fades. Man, that is just really, and they stay consistent with everything here with the B original. So this thing is just awesome looking piece. But let's get that aside. So we just got some of the goodies, parts, pieces. Nothing exciting there. It's just the fact that it's all there. We got some side frames, well packed. All in here nice and easy. Let's see, ooh, there we go. The other sexy part of it. Sorry, I'm gonna be using that word a lot, but that together is just awesome. Damn, that's good looking. I'm actually excited for this one to be done and get into the air. Yeah, heck yeah, that's awesome. Put that aside, so, yeah. And the blades to match. The coloring of these guys as well. So there's not much to this kit to unbox, really. It is, actually I'm gonna get this stuff out. It is straightforward. Let's see what we got in this box here. We've got, ooh, let's get that cut open. That's a tough one there. Yeah, this is all the sort of the boring parts, pieces, the bags, hardware. It's just very well labeled. Every bag, everything is labeled. Everything is all pretty good to go. So that's just the full bag of goodies. No use pulling it out. If you've ever done a kit, you know, you got your belts and turnbuckles and hardware. And so we've got all that stuff right here. So that's really about it for the unboxing. They make it pretty straightforward. And that's about it. So let's get on to the actual building of this thing and see where we're at. Let's get one more look at this. Yeah, heck yeah. But we're gonna get into the building of it. I'm only gonna do in the build, to not bore with a big build. It's fairly simple heli. I'm gonna do just a couple clips here of the build and then some pictures of it being built. Just to kind of give or highlight certain things of the kit maybe I like or don't like, or, you know, I'm not sure if there'll be anything I don't like, but, you know, ooh, that's nice. If you can see there's actually a locator pin that goes in here. Make sure everything lines up nice and perfect every time. That's pretty nice. So we're gonna get this all set up, and next section or next part of the video, you should see some of it built. So let's just kind of keep moving forward with this thing, and so we can get her in the air.